what the hell? I'll start a minute early. Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to Wednesday. Anyway, how's it going, everyone? Today is Wednesday. I just said the same thing. Huh. Second stream back from WeebCon. Yesterday I did an unboxing of some loot, some mystery loot, and talked about some stories, talked about a lot of cool people I bumped into, talked a lot about just having a great old time. But today, we're going to go back to our regularly scheduled programs because today we are jumping back into Apollo Justice. It's time to serve up some just ice. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Hold on here. I gotta put my feet up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Is it here? Aha, okay. I gotta get small in the corner. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Just gotta make sure everything's okay on the YouTube side, and then here, then there, then there, then there, then there, then there, then there. Yeah. Okay. Load the game. So from what I remember, the case we were on, I'm pretty sure this is the last case of this game. So the last case we were on, we were doing a case where apparently it's a mock trial for this new system Mr. Phoenix Wright is trying to get through. Uh, but it's a real case because a man is dead and his daughter was convicted of murdering him by poison. And if I remember correctly, I was done talking to our forensic scientist here. Oh wait, no. There we go. Sorry, I forgot to put it up. We looked all around this art studio for clues. We found that he was kind of a science buff, and also he had a bunch of old records of something. But now we were been told to go to the Sunshine Coliseum. October 7th, Sunshine Coliseum. Woohoo! This is it, Apollo! The place where magic and dreams converge. Just a while ago was a place where murder and nightmares converged. Let's go say hi to Uncle Valent. What about the case? only a performer laughs. Only a performer laughs like that. The young Miss Trucy. How often I hoped we'd meet again, only to tell myself it was an impossible dream. Okay. Hee Uncle Valent, how's it going? I'm glad to see you too. Of course you are. Humility is definitely not one of his strongest traits. Hold on, I gotta transfer chargers. Nah. Okay. Well, Miss Trucy, how's the day finding you? If you've come to me to give me flowers, do it after the show. I beg you. Actually, we came to wish you good luck, and congratulations on your big magic show. Oh, but it was I who wishes to congratulate you. Not everyone is so lucky as to witness miracles such as the ones I shall perform. Yeah, you're amazing. We get the picture. The world will not will watch in wonderment as Magnifique's illusions are reborn. Here, on stage, by my hand. Okay.
Everyone's talking about the big magic show. Is it true that the Grey Mare miracle is back after 7 years of absence?
Hold up.
Hold up.
Okay. Miss Trucy, I must apologize. The show and this honor should have been his.
Daddy.
My co-magician in training, Zach Gremier. If that terrible thing hadn't...
It's okay.
Your father was a great magician, Trucy. If he were alive, then I, Valent Gremier, would have been proud to stand upon this stage as his assistant.
Thanks, Uncle Valent. You know, I'm happy you're doing the show. I think we get to see great Magnifique solutions again.
She really is looking forward to this, isn't she? The big show. My mentor, the magnificent Magnifique Gremier, was a true deity amongst magicians. A creator god who gave birth to magic and illusions that defied our very imaginations.
I was so little when last time I saw one, but I still remember his shows. He did wheelies in the sports car through the air above the audience, and then spit off in the outer space faster than the speed of sound.
I'm guessing that memory was a bit embellished. And for 7 long years, the world has been waiting for a miracle to match his. As heirs to the Gremier Troop's secret, it falls to me to provide one. It is my God-given destiny. Yes, you, nameless face who speaks for the nameless masses. How can I help you? We've met before, dude. If the world was waiting, why did you hold off for 7 years? It appears the lad is uninformed. Perhaps you have heard the magician known as Law, which governs our land. I have, although I'm not sure it qualifies as magic. The performance of Magnifique's miracles was impossible. A certain law prevented it for 7 years, but no more. 7 years? That phrase sure likes to pop up, doesn't it?
And why was that?
A little matter called performance rights, Miss Piercy. Performance rights?
Can you tell us about these performance rights?
Magnifique's magic relied on incredibly innovative ideas. A trick, if you will. That trick was considered his property and as such was protected by property laws. Intellectual property, maybe? Magnifique knew that this bequeathed it in his will to one person. You mean him? Yes, Miss Trucy was your father. Zach Gremier was the inheritor of the Gremier miracle.
Daddy.
Yet, as you well know, he is gone. He disappeared suddenly 7 years ago. I think I see where this story is going. Once a person is classified missing for a certain period of time, They're considered legally deceased, correct? In all absoluteness, those rolled-up sleeves concealed your competence very well, young man. That certain period of time of which you speak is 7 years.
Ah!
Yes, Miss Trucy, though it pains me to say, this past spring, April to be precise, was the timeline. Your father was legally declared deceased. In, in the absence of a formal will, these secrets of our mighty mentor Magnifique passed to me. Now, that was, in fact, stipulated in a will by Magnifique himself.
Is that how it works, Apollo?
Yeah, it's called death in absentia. He's declared missing, permanently.
Daddy.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I was supposed to present something. Grimier. I do not open until it's great. Oh, well, it's a Grimier thing, so I have to present this one. I was wondering if you could tell me about this. Aha! Why, that bears the Grimier seal.
Uncle Valent? Is something wrong?
Trucy, where did you get this?
Huh? Daddy gave it to me.
Your daddy? You mean second?
No, my other daddy. Phoenix Wright.
Why? Why would your Lord Daddy? Why would your Lord Daddy? Lord Daddy? That's kind of stretching the whole archaic thing a bit. The signature upon the back. Do you recognize it? This belongs to none other than Zach Grimier.
What? Daddy signed this?
Nah, might I be so bold as to open it? I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. What's in this envelope, I wonder? Envelope, letterbox, this business card reads Spark Brusho, freelance journalist. So a journalist was, Hey, what's up, Cosmic? So a journalist was here on a story? All eyes in the universe are upon my stage. All pens seek to commit its mystery to paper. Cosmic, I don't have Game Grumps right now, jeez. I mean, it could be what I'm listening to in my other ear. Okay.
His name was Brusho.
Brusho. I think he remembers him. He doesn't look too happy about it. Brusho, that chloriny smell of mint when he smiles, yes.
Could you tell us more about him?
What do you want? Okay. It's another talking point. A man by the name, by that name on me just now. Oh, also, for those of you who are joining in late, we are playing Apollo Justice right now, but we're gonna transition into, Stardew Valley with the Buds later. I might not stream that on YouTube specifically because the thumbnail is specifically, Ace Attorney. So, I mean, like, the category on YouTube specifically is Ace Attorney, so, yeah. Let's see, YouTube side good, Twitch side good. Let's see, my name called me just now. Just now? Valent's vision is always towards tomorrow. Balance, balance feet step ways forward. That's all.
That's all. Very confusing.
Let's see. I am to perform a big magic show, yes. Huh? Hey, Ari! What's up? I'm playing some Phoenix right now before I play with you guys. Play some Stardew later. So, hell yeah. How are you, Archies? Archeesy. Yeah, me too. Although I've never played Stardew Valley, so you're gonna have to help me. I'm okay. Doing alright. 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 Okay. Well, wait, if we're playing a multiplayer, can we still romance people? I heard that we can romance people. Yes? Yeah. Ari, I'll let you choose who I romance. Since you probably know the characters more than I do. Is there like a girl with huge badonka hongaroos? That's what different characters. Oh, Leia. Who said Leia in our group chat? Was that Bongo? Or was that Poetic? Male or female? Okay. Okay. Back to our regularly scheduled program. I wanted someone to cover it. Yet he had ears only for the incident. That incident? I think Bongo said Leia was his. Yeah, it was probably Bongo. It's always Bongo. In that case, I request that the what is that word? Rapacious? Reporter remove himself. So a painter has died. What of it? It is but a footnote in the footlights compared to the magic of Greymere.
Uncle Valid, do you know where the reporter went?
I recommended he visit the place popular with penalized perpetrators. The detention center? He was a rude individual. Might I see that card? Sure. He would tear apart my respectability. I will tear him apart. Yeah.
Oop! Here it comes, Apollo. Uncle Valent's big magic trick.
Is he going to fix that card? Not sure that qualifies as big magic.
What happened to the big magic?
It is no more than miraculous. It is not more miraculous for it to stay ripped. No, it just means he kind of vandalized our property, bud. He must have really not liked that journalist. And now, the time has come when I must return to make my prestidigitation preparations. By your leave, Miss Trucy.
Thanks, Uncle Valent.
3 days from now, make ready for miracle. I have a feeling this is gonna be really, important for the case. What do you think that journalist was after? And why did Valen react like that to this envelope?
I think it's time to pay the detention center another visit.
I think it's time for you to shut the fuck up, Trucy. Hey, Phoenix. Also, like, why do they gotta do Phoenix right there like this? He looks like a hobo for most of this game. October 7th, Detention Center, Visitors Room.
I think I hear what you're saying. We're all doing it for the money, end quote. No, 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 not at all. Wait, the guard's speaking now? Looks like someone's already meeting here. Maybe that reporter? Ugh. Why he look like that? Well, hey there. How are ya? Who might you be? Sorry. We didn't know someone was already here. I'm Apollo Justice, attorney at law. Talk about a nervous monkey. You? You're Justice? You? You know me? Do I know you? Of course I know you. Stares down witnesses on stand till they spill the beer. I shall hydrate. Right now, I'm drinking some titty milk. Gamer subs. Ah. Oh my god. Okay, there we go. No worries, Ari. It's, uh, it's natural titty milk. Is that gonna get me canned on YouTube? I'm not sure what you can say on YouTube that what you can't say on Twitch. Stream is healthy, so, yeah. There we go. That's not true. What's he writing? Are you the reporter by any chance? Woo! You're Trucy. Am I famous? Oh yeah. The Trucy Wright hates carrying a bag. That puts everything she owns in her panties, end quote. Eek! That's not true! Just hold on to your britches there. Oh wait. I wanna give this guy a difference. I'll wrap up this interview in a jiffy. Interview? So, guard, I think I know what's going on here. His whole thing is scary. The shape of his head, the like aftershave color of his face, and the rosy cheeks. Guarding rooms is my life. What else could I possibly need? End quote. No, how many times do I have to tell you this? Look, I've got work to do. You deal with it. Did you come here to interview the guard? Oh, what a pickle. Accused wouldn't talk, had to go interview someone or go plumb crazy, end quote. Oh. Hey, it's her. Hey, how's it going? Okay, okay. Where are my manners? My name's Breschel. Spock's Breschel. I'm not picky. Journalist, just closed eyes. Right, end quote. What's the unnauseatingly strong mint smell every time he grins? He has toothpaste and a toothbrush in his pocket protector, dude. Until you've been interviewed by me, you don't know what's thrilling is. A wild romp through crossroads of mayhem madness, end quote. I can see that. He's writing something again. I mean, doesn't he have like a notebook or something? Well, if he's a reporter, maybe he knows something. Okay, I guess I'll talk to him. Okay. So, Mr. Brushels, you're a journalist? Me? Look, let me state one thing for the record here. Yes? I'm the interviewer, you understand? Yeah. I'm the one asking the questions here, end quote. Okay. For instance, you think a movie director watches movies? Well, I think he probably does. Exactly. I knew you'd understand. Huh? I mean, he probably watches movies to, you know, get a better view of what his movies would want to look like, you know? It's like when
It's like movie critics just watch movies. They don't watch the movie. They watch what's wrong with the movie. Know what I mean? Sorry, I got lost in the music.
So, the night of the murder. You were at Drew Studios?
Oh, me? Look, let me state one thing for the record. I'm gonna lick when I eat. Okay, have fun eating. Just be sure I don't make you laugh and choke on your food, because then I feel really bad. Nah. Yay. Yeah. Look, let me say one thing for the record.
Yes?
I may look calm and collected, but I'm busy. Real busy. Always on the road. A journalist always busy. Journalist always buys one-way tickets and never looks back. End quote.
I can understand that philosophy, but
You want to know that thing about one-way tickets? Once you use them, they're gone. All because you have to give them to the guy at the airport.
true enough. Can I just make you disappear, dude? But don't they give normal tickets away too?
Exactly. See, it's the same thing.
What is?
Interview.
So you went to do a story on Drew Misham? And he'd never had a story done about him before?
That's right. Look, let me state one thing for the record. Shut the fuck up. Stop saying that. Okay. You are so freaking annoying. Let's see.
What?
I'm sure you're going to want to know about my source. What tipped me off to Drew? Why the interview in the first place?
Well, yeah.
Look, it's like, oh, I've got it. Say there's this burger joint with famous ketchup, fabulous ketchup. You think the burger guy's gonna tell me where he's got it?
At the supermarket, maybe.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm talking about. I think I may have actually understood that one. Well, there's nothing I can talk about, really. No, walls have ears, eyes, especially glass walls with speakers, end quote. Right. Guess we'll leave then. But since you're here, I might as well tell you a tidbit of news I saw, just for the heck of it.
Sure, tell us. Just for the heck of it.
I remember it like it was yesterday. I'd seen a movie on a trip and wandered into this burger place with amazing ketchup. When an article about a tabloid caught my eye. The famous oil painting stolen from the art dealer's gallery. End quote. I believe it was. An oil painting? Happens every day, right? But I thought I'd seen the painting somewhere before. A painting of a giant peach floating down the river. Story of Momotaro's. Someone stole an oil painting of a giant peach. A journalist can smell scoop better than burgers. End quote. And it looks like I don't have anything else to ask him. Okay. I don't have anything to present to him either. Okay. Oh, no, I didn't mean to ask him something else. Okay, I have to speed through this. Back to the office? No, not here. Studio. Aha! Okay, here we go. October 7th, True Studios. Ah. Oh, well. How'd it go? To find anything out? Actually, there was one thing I wanted to check with you. What's with that scary face you're making? For some reason, I'm making her lumpy space princess. And what's with the I know something, but I'm not telling you face you've got? Huh, Emma? Am I supposed to reveal something to her? Am I supposed to present? Oh, I think we're supposed to present the painting with the peach. Wait, this painting or this painting? I guess this one. Take that. This painting came from behind that dresser. Ah, yeah. Yeah, Saul. It was stolen, no? I was hoping you wouldn't figure that out. Do you think you could tell us a bit about this? I suppose. It's what you think. Drew Misham was a forger. Huh? A forger? What? So what exactly is a forger? Well, basically, it's someone who makes forgeries. Fakes, in other words. Fakes? Copies of an original. Exact copies, so precise you couldn't tell them apart. Well, why not just photocopy them? The big problem with forgeries is that people try to sell them as the real article. It's a crime, of course. So Drew Misham was a criminal? I'm afraid so. He received money to create elaborate forgeries to supplement his his work in illustration, I guess. I see. Actually, that's why I brought this here in the first place. What do you mean? When you're trying to determine if a painting is a forgery, the rough sketch underneath can be a valuable clue. So the rough sketch is practical for the real thing? Like doing a magic trick in front of a mirror before you go on stage? But not in the case of forgery. Not necessarily, anyways. You know what you know what the finished product is going to look like, after all. Oh yeah, I guess you would. That's why I brought this. I'm going to use it to see what's under the painting of the finished pieces. I get it now. Now that I really need to go to such lengths. Not that I really need to go to such lengths. Seeing as how one of the paintings was already half finished anyways. Still, it'd be neat to see Mr. Misham's rough sketches. Kinda like what he was drawing when he thought no one was looking. True, that would be interesting. And maybe valuable for our case. You should try brushing her up. You should try brushing her up, Apollo. Flattery will get you everywhere, they say. Maybe I should ask Emma to help us out. Forensic science? And look, I suppose if we must, this one. Oh, am I just supposed to present her the painting? Which painting? This one? I kind of wanted to see the rough sketch under this painting. And I was wondering if your tool there might do the trick. Oh, fine. Just this time, though. Let's check it out! Oh, I can choose. Okay. Oh. Ah. Uh, 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 ah. Come on, show me something good. Show me something that it's like show me something nasty under here. What the hell? Wait, it's a guy playing a hand of cards? Wait, what the heck? Is that Mr. Right playing cards? With the grape juice in the box? And the cards. What the heck is that? Wow, he really blows. The finished painting isn't anything like the rough. Devices like mine didn't exist until recently. He probably thought he could draw any sort of thing he wanted for the rough. What do you mean? Well, in the past, you could only analyze the composition of a rough sketch. Composition? In other words, the traces of charcoal between painting and canvas. So you could tell if there had been a rough sketch, but not what it looked like. I think I follow you. So in essence, it wouldn't matter what underneath in this painting looked like. Some pros would actually paint out a rough sketch entirely, then do a completely new painting on top of it. So Mr. Mission was drawing whatever he wanted before painting over them? Possibly. Is there a problem with that? Not particularly, but something about the sketch itself is kinda odd. You're awfully silent there all of a sudden, Apollo. You think we could check out one of the other paintings? Well, sure. You like this detection stuff, don't you? Like this detective stuff, don't you? Uh, mhm. Uh. Aha. Mm. Ah. Wait, what is this? Ah. What is this? Wait. This is this is this is the concert. What? It he's on fire, raised up on the stage with a guitar. What is all this? This one too. What's wrong, Apollo? Nah, it had to do with a previous case. Hey, Raven, how's it going? No, wait, is there? Okay. Sorry, I was Ari, if you're listening, I was reading the DMs. Hey, what's up, Bongo? It had to do with a previous case. Our rival prosecutor. He was on the other half. He was on stage with a guitar, but his guitar burst into flames. What's wrong, Apollo? You look all serious all of a sudden. You think I could just take a look at the last of these? Fine by me and knock yourself out. Hello, Bongo. I'll be playing some Stardew with you later. So, I was just checking the DMs. Also, hey, Raven on YouTube. Ah. No worries. That's it. I'm gonna do good. That's good. Ah, that's good. Ah. It's the noodle stand from our first case. What is all this? What does all these paintings mean? Okay, let's print this one out. What the heck is all this?
I hesitate to ask why you're getting so excited.
I hesitate to ask why you're getting so excited.
Are you sure? Are you sure this device isn't leaking some kind of strange radiation?
Juicy, look at all three sketches. Do you notice anything? It's the case with Mr. Wright, the noodle stand with the gangs, and the guitar.
Ah! There.
Now you're both white as sheep. What's going on? These sketches are of the 3 cases I worked on. What? The murder in the poker room at the Brush Bowl Club. The dead man pulling the noodle stand. Then, the events that transpired at the Gaviniers concert. What could it mean? How could he have drawn those things? And why? That's what I want to know. Wait, I drew Misham. Is Drew Misham's? Your what? Give me a break. Does that even seem remotely possible to you? Okay. I've never even heard of any Drew Mission. I've never even heard of any Drew Mission before. I hadn't seen a picture of him either. But there were my cases drawn on his canvas. That every single one of them. It couldn't have been a coincidence. Just who is this Drew Misham? And what did he have to do with me? To be continued. This case is getting so much juicier. So much like a Justice burger with extra ketchup. And then like the cheese is on the inside of the burger so it's still moist. But you also have cheese on the outside so it's extra cheese. And then you toast the buns, which is a brioche bun. And then you put the butter on top of it. I'm getting hungry. Continue? Yes. Okay, hold on. Uh, Yeah, yeah. Okay. Uh, hold on. Right before we start here, I am going to take a quick fiver because I need to pee. I need to release the floodgates. Release the cyber water. Okay. BRB, everyone. Okay. Okay. Well, I got it again. Let's go. October 8th. October 8th, 9:48 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 6. Good morning, Vera.
So, you're Vera, right? I'm Trucy. Trucy Wright. That's right with a W, but not right, right? Um, we're on your side. You can tell us anything, please.
Good morning. Uh, she speaks. Uh,
Hmm, not bad, not bad. But I think you could do better with a little smile, you know? You're so pretty. You need to sell yourself, you know?
Trucy, let's take it easy for starters. Uh, Thank you for taking my case. Okay, well, that's a start. There she goes again with the nail polish. There she goes the nail polish again.
That's great, really. It's so cultured.
Wanna try?
Oh, really?
Girls. Am I right, men? Am I right, alpha males? Like, women, right? I'm sorry. The victim, Drew Misham, was a forger, and a stolen painting was found in his art studio. A life of crime, really, and maybe one that led to his death. October 8th, 10 o'clock a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. There, Gavin again. We haven't seen him all day until now. Well, we will now, begin the trial of, their mission.
Is the judge okay? His voice is raspy, and he's looking all around all nervous like.
The repercussions of today's trial will most likely be felt for a long time, and may indeed alter our legal system forever. Today is the test of the juris system, and the first step towards a new order of our courts.
Daddy's secret mission.
The jurists will function like a jury. I hope so. I hope it is hoped that their inclusion will help the courts better reflect the people's will. Why aren't there any jurists in the courtroom? Three closed circuit cameras watch the courtroom at all times. Jurists have access to everything that transpires. Jurist, judge well, and judge cool. Now see here, Prosecutor Gavin. I was going to say that. My apologies there, Judge. Jurist, today, Oh, that's why he's nervous. He's on camera. Judge today's trial coolly, if you would be so kind. The jurists are unbound by the letter of the law. They don't affect the trial with evidence, but by their feelings. And we're about to find out just what the effects are going to have. Very well. Prosecutor Gavin, the details of the case, if you would. The victim is the painter Drew Misham. He was killed in his own studio. His coffee was poisoned by whom, you ask? By none other than the defendant, Vera Misham. Objection! Objection! There wasn't any poison in the coffee. Kutang, someone has been doing their homework.
Indeed, the poison was not present in the coffee, but on the mug itself.
The mug? Residue was found on the rim, I see.
The autopsy report describes the manner of our victim's death.
The court accepts this into evidence.
Uh-huh.
According to this report, the victim's death was caused by atropine poison.
A chemical compound that does not occur naturally. A lethal dose is a mere 0.002 milligrams. A touch of atropine is in the body is the touch of the Reaper's scythe.
Very well. Prosecutor Gavin, you may present your witness.
I offer you today a simple man for a simple case. A man who witnessed the murder in its entirety.
A journalist, no doubt.
The witness will state his name and occupation.
Right. Oh, well, for starters, my name is Fox Gresham. My job is a lone observer of the world. In other words, a freelance journalist, right?
Ahem. If you don't mind, I'd like to state something here for the record.
Yes, Mr. Preschel?
I just like conclusions, specifically the aspect of jumping to them. Preconceptions make Park Sandbox of endless desert waste. End quote.
But you are a journalist. You said it yourself yesterday.
Well, that's true, yes. But you must understand, I stand before you today as a man with a dream. I'm offering you my testimony in exchange for exclusive rights to the story. Scoop turns Mr. Brushels into that Mr. Brushels. End quote.
Let's hear your testimony then, shall we?
A simple case, Gavin? For me, the jury is still out.
Okay. Journalist story.
I visited the studio around 9 o'clock that night to do the interview. The first outsider to enter the atelier journalist makes history, end quote. His daughter brought us coffee right after we started. And you know what happened next? Star falls, end quote. No one else entered the room besides her the whole time.
That does sound like a simple case. Unless you were the one who poisoned him.
That's a toothpaste next to a toothbrush, and a quill pen, and a comb, and the pen in his upper right ear.
Let's see. Yeah. Ahem. Need I remind you, the cameras are rolling today. I felt the need to be a bit dramatic.
You didn't do it, did you?
Me do a thing like that? Come on, that's like a newsmaker making the news, end quote.
Or, also, damn judge, like, yeah. No, or even, contemporary witch hunt, end quote. What is with his nose? I know, wild accusations, rock courtroom, end quote. Rock, indeed. Prosecutor Gavin sure looks like he's having fun.
I'm so happy for him. Very well, Mr. Justice, your cross-examination, if you please.
Let's see. The journalist story. To the studio around 9, and I do the interview. Just outsider out there. It's because the artist didn't leave his house ever for like a long time, so he's the first to actually go into the place. His daughter brought us the coffee. It happens that starfall. What does starfall mean? Huh. No, what's this about a star falling? Star falls! It's like an old telegram. Send money over! Send money over! Well, Zowie, you don't know. That's like a short. That. Zowie, you don't know. That's like a journalism code word. It's important. Personage passes away. A star fall. When an important personage passes away, a star falls. Get it? But there's no gravity in space, is there? I wouldn't think stars could fall, really. Does that matter? Oh boy, that was good stuff, good stuff. How about the star breaks? Nah, lacks punch. I know, star dies. Nah, lacks imagination. Of course, you could just say, go with Drew dies. The star, straight to the point, I like it. I think we need to hear about something a little more substantial. The moment of death, Special's coffee, the stars coffee? What's this one? You say Mr. Misham had a coffee too? But did you actually see him drink the coffee? Of course. He who seems to win, but who says it wins bigger, end quote. I live in a man sees dog eat dog and writes about it world, yet. I guess I can't say I saw him drink it, really. Nah, he had one so-called sip of that. The man puts his lips to the mug. The mug drinks, end quote. That poison is quite virulent, I hear. My stomach did a so-called somersault, since I did gulp down that coffee without so much as a second glance at it. Wait, maybe something's there, some kind of so-called trick. Anyone want to venture a guess for the record? Does this guy have a pause button? Well, Mr. Justice, did you find that testimony valuable? Yes, it was very important. The victim drank his coffee, then immediately fell over. Oh, yes, you can go to press with that one. Your Honor, this is a vital piece of information. Please add it to the testimony. Very well. The witness will add this to his testimony. Vital, right. Had one sip, if that, the next moment he was on the floor. So I'm supposed to present something. I'm assuming it's the coffee mug.
Objection!
Objection! You know what I have a problem with? A particular property of the poison used, atroquine. Oh, Prosecutor Gavin was clear about the poison. A lethal dose of 0.002 milligrams paralyzed the central nervous system. If you drink that, even you, Mr. Justice, would be reduced to a quivering pile. Why are you using me as an example? Oh wait, hold on. Something just popped up I need to take care of for a second. There. There we go. The person who got that should know what to do with it. Okay. Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, we weren't told everything. There was a vital omniscient of Prosecutor Gavin's information. Yeah, there's Archie's. In omission. Etriquine is as virulent as he says, but death doesn't come upon indigestion, not immediately. That's because Etriquine is slow acting. Slow acting? What? According to one forensic scientist. Oh, hold on.
It's one of the most. One of the most. How do I hear myself? How do I hear myself? Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ! Jesus Christ! Hold on! Hold on! Hold on! Hold on! It's all the way down. All the way down. Am I really that? Am I really that loud? Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. It's one of the most virulent poisons. It absorbs into the body astonishingly slowly. It takes at least minutes for the indigestion for adverse effects to show. Yeah. Yeah, it's because it's in the past, so it needs to be like echoey and stuff. If we suppose that the moment Mr. Misham sipped the coffee was when he sealed his fate, then he would have still have had time left to enjoy his last cup of joe. Whoa, look at this body. You see that guy? He looks like he belongs in Claddy with a chance of meatballs. Order, order. What is the meaning of this? If what the defense says is correct, why that contradicts the entire testimony we've just heard. Well, Mr. Brussels, anything to say on the record? Slow acting. S-L-O-A-C-T. It was virulent, alright. Even then, it had already begun digging into its claws into the journalist. He's working on the scoop.
Objection!
Objection! It's Brussels, yeah? Herr Brussels, let's take a trip back down memory lane. Huh? Did the victim really die in the instant he took a sip? Think it over. This is vital. You know what I think? I think that was a not so subtle subjection, end quote. I admit, it does cause a problem if he died when you say he died. I would be forced to say, or redesang to my simple case, and you would be forced to say farewell to your article. Come again? You can't write a story based on conjecture, can you? And as the case drags on, other reporters will pick up the scent, and you will be forced to kiss your exclusive scoop goodbye. Scoop, scoop. Uh-oh, he's brushing his teeth. Look, wait, just wait a second, just 1 second. We're waiting. Out with it. I just think, I think I just recalled a so-called important detail. A revival of recollection, end quote. A story of survival, end quote. Attorney utterly confused, end quote. Actually, I did notice something when I visited his studio. I heard of poison that takes its sweet time, see? But not what I've been saying for the last few minutes, apparently. Mr. Brussels, are you saying you noticed something else that explains what happened? You bet I am. The antidote for the poisonous contradiction, end quote, you might say. Yeah, he's sweating. Or I still have no idea what you're talking about, end quote, I may say. I figured it out, but only after an in-depth interview. See, thanks for the journalism skills. I know who poisoned that coffee. Order! As far as I can tell.
As far as I can tell, the witness is standing by his testimony that Mr. Misham died the instant after he drank his coffee.
Of course I'm standing by my testimony. And my dream of exclusive rights to his story.
Heck, I suppose it was too much for Hope.
What was that? What was?
Of course he wouldn't choose a simple case, not him.
Him?
Phoenix, right. Who else?
Huh?
Akachang, Herr Brushel, report for us, if you would. Now, what is it that you noticed?
This court is a critical trial of the jury system. I'm afraid no room for doubt is permissible. You will testify to the court about what you noticed. What Mr. Bresson noticed?
When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Misham was at his desk.
Yes. I'm not going to do the voice because I have to listen. Oh, hold on, I gotta take a drink.
He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. I thought nothing of it at the time, of course. Now that I think about it, what if he was writing a suicide note?
A suicide note. Yes, he had this look on his face. Hold up. Hold up. Give me a second. Okay, there we go. Man's face inscrutable as a quadratic equation, end quote.
Suicide? Poor Mr. Misham.
What that means Vera's innocent. Would someone commit suicide in the middle of an interview? Oh. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination.
Okay, Brushels. When I arrived at the studio, Misham was at his desk. He was writing a letter.
Press.
So he put the letter away when he saw you?
Earlier reporter gets the worm, end quote. That's my secret. I'm not sure I follow. It's the night of the interview. I arrived 50 minutes ahead of schedule. The handle turns, the door opens, and I barge in.
So are you sure that's okay to do? I mean, isn't that unlawful entry, really?
Mr. Misham sure seemed to think so. You should have seen him. He crammed his letter into the yellow envelope as fast as he could. I know a secret when I spot one, and that's one. It does seem significant. Well, Mr. Justice,
I wonder. It does have the ring of something important.
Add the testimony. The defense finds this testimony vital, Your Honor. Very well. Please add it to the testimony then. Hey, hey, why not? My account comes free of charge. Yellow envelope. I heard it was left at the crime. Hmm. Hmm. Yellow envelope. No. Wait. It was a yellow envelope, but this is the envelope. It was red.
Objection!
Huh. As it just so happens, there was a single letter in the desk drawer at the scene. In a red envelope. Wow, God, the face. Prosecutor Gavin. Yes? Was a yellow envelope found at the scene of the crime? Unfortunately, no. But Air Forehead, it's easy to mistake the color of an envelope. I guess, but not this one. You see, it was postmarked already 7 years ago. Well, Mr. Breschel, I can explain that. Drew, right? He wanted to get that letter into an envelope pronto. Get it out of sight. My beady eyes, all right? So he grabbed the nearest envelope and crammed it away. And what about the whole red and yellow envelope contradiction, chump? Well, Mr. Justice, have you anything to say about the witness's claim? That night, the victim put a letter that he had been writing in red envelope. It's impossible. That's impossible. Ah, I like your expression. So full of confidence. It's simple, really. As it just so happens, the defense team investigated the contents of the envelope with the assistance of a forensic scientist. But note that this letter is addressed to Drew Misham. Oh? Why would he address a letter to himself? Let alone send a suicide note to himself. Wow, I've been scooped. Order, order, order. Mr. Breschel, can you explain this to the court? Oh, my. How could I have forgotten? I suppose this happens to the best of us. The reporter gets old forgets lots, end quote. I'm still waiting for an explanation, Mr. Breschel. Well, the thing is, see, after he put the letter in the envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something. His desk drawer? Ah, yes, a stamp, a so-called postage stamp, end quote. A stamp? Whatever for? Well, to mail his letter, what else? And then, why yes, I think I saw him put it in his letterbox. Yes, it was a yellow envelope. He put it in that box. Well, apparently this yellow... I didn't do that. Oh, I wish I did too. Just think of that were a suicide note. What a story. Star writes suicide note in front of reporter falls. End quote. Ahem. I was saying that, as I was saying, that has nothing to do with this case. That said, yes, Your Honor, it makes me wonder about the contents of the red envelope. Mr. Drew Misham, I've deposited $100,000 into the thing. The signed paper is sent within 3 days. I remind you, no one speak this. $100,000 is quite a good deal of money. So this was from 7 years ago, ja? So, am I finished here? I was thinking of, going home, start writing. Huh? Eh. I hate to state what should be pretty obvious to anyone, but when you catch the scent of a story, you make that, rather unique face. Come on! Attorney has active imagination, little else, end quote. You and I noticed something, and my eyes aren't what they used to be. You know, I'm starting to understand what all this perceiving stuff is about. Judge has active imagination, end quote. Please continue with your testimony. Tell us about the scene of the story. Hey, I'm the one asking the questions here, usually. Witness testimony. Hold on. I gotta check. Okay. I sent out a story. Actually, it took a bit of work to get thumb up on the interview. Reporter's leverage story gets his interview, and end quote. The story concerned a certain case from 7 years ago. 7 years ago? We're getting all this context now. That red envelope probably had something to do with it. Say what you will, but Drew's talent was without compare. So you threatened to go to the press with this story. That's how you got your interview? Blackmail? Well, yes. I mean, no. I wasn't exactly black. I'm not Irk. He's also brushing his glasses. There's something wrong, Mr. Brushel? Look, this is my story. My tidbit. Journalist info is livelihood. End quote. I see. Well, you have me chatting away here. What's going on out there? What if some Wally Woodson or Sally Scoopas gets wind of my story? They could be going to press while I'm going to waste. The court feels your pain, Mr. Brushels. Mr. Justice, let's pick up the pace. A certain case 7 years ago. Wait, 7 years ago? Huh? Then oh! Okay, I have to perceive something. Let's see. Is he doing anything here? No, reports. Well, this statement doesn't feel like anything. Story concerns from 7 years ago. No, probably isn't. Say a little bit. Drew's talent. Drew's talent was without compare. Wait, hold on. Let's perceive. I mean, he's talking. He's brushing his head. Here again. What look can I get? Oh! He's sweating so profusely. Gotcha! Sweat much, Mr. Brushel? Sweat much, Mr. Brushel? Yeah, well, a man can't help his glands, you know. It's more than that. When Mr. Misham's talent was mentioned, you suddenly began to sweat buckets. You're hiding something about his talent. What? That's ridiculous. Evidence time. Let's show where Mr. Misham's true talent lays. It just so happens I have evidence that's showing the talent mentioned in that letter. It's this. No, wait. It's this one. Present. Take that. This painting was found in Mr. Misham's studio. There were two problems with this painting. The first is that it wasn't painted by Mr. Misham. The second is that there was another painting in the studio. uh, which looked exactly like this one, except it was only half done. Now, when we have a letter discussing a payment of $100,000, now which suggests a certain business operation, the business of making forgeries. Ah! Hmm. Look at him. He's like a puppet. Is that all, Your Honor? Hmm. Everyone, please, everyone. Can we keep this private, please? This is my story, my scoop. Forgery. That's a serious crime. Drew Misham is known as an artist these days. But there was a rumor about him dabbling in another kind of art until a few years back. Another art? You mean forgery? Drew Misham was talented, alright. Talented at making precise, detailed fakes. A fact that certain criminal elements were quick to discover. Criminal elements? What? You can't seriously be talking about... Exactly. I'm talking about forging evidence. The rumors started circulating 7 years ago. 7 years ago? So, are we to understand that this letter, this payment of $100,000, was for... Exactly. Forged evidence! The net tidy profit, end quote. Order, order, order! Uh, Why, it's like our victim was living a double life. Aha! This is my chance. Hmm. So the victim had ties to the criminal world, right? He could have plenty of enemies we know nothing about.
Objection!
Uh, this is my first time hearing about this criminal world. Uh, we certainly found no criminal connection when we conducted our investigation.
Objection!
But how do you explain all this money? Uh, you have to admit there's a possibility of some illegal activities here.
Objection!
But there was no proof. There was no proof tying this letter to our case. Our chance was, so remains, simple from the beginning. Our case. Only the defendant could have poisoned that mug that night. And you, of course. Hey, the only thing I poisoned was my pen when I'm writing reviews. Mr. Brushel, your testimony at this point has been quite unreliable. It doesn't speak well of our reporting acumen. What are you talking about? My journalism is sold. You can stand an elephant on it. It's, quote, solid. In any case, let's hear a summarized recap of your testimony. If we can ascertain the situation in that studio from the recap, the trial is over. Apollo, what's he talking about? The cross-examination showed Mr. Brushel didn't have a reason or means to poison him. As long as there was no other suspects, then the killer had to be Vera. That's what. Uh, this next testimony is our last chance. Mr. Brushel, your testimony, please. Yeah. Now, the only other person in the studio that night was the defendant. It was Vera who was poured the coffee. She's admitted as much herself. The only thing that was that touched Drew's lips during the interview was that mug. It's not and nothing left that studio after he died. Nothing. Clearly, the only one who could have poisoned him was his daughter. A nice testimony, clear, succinct, and without room for doubt. Mm. Oh, I'm getting kind of hungry, guys. Ah, shucks. You really think so? I believe this clarifies the situation that night. Very well, Mr. Justice. May you begin your final cross-examination. Hmm. Right. I still have one trump card left to play, and I won't let this trial end until I use it. Nah, the interview? A recap. Nah, the only other persons. Oh, okay, so then Vera. Vera was the one who poured the coffee. She admitted much herself. The only thing that touched this interview was a mug, and nothing left that studio after he died. Hmm. Hmm. Not one thing, you sure? Yep, sure as sure it can be. Well, within one exception. One exception? What? A journalist, Buck Russell, does interview, leaves studio, end quote. Uh, come on. It's a joke. Get it? Not funny, I know, but still. Did something leave that studio that night? Why does it sound so familiar? You ever heard something like that before? Hmm. Uh, now that we've proven our witness is a comedian of sorts, I'd like to turn to our defense attorney before returning to the testimony. Do you have any idea of what anything that might have left the studio that night? Was it was it the thing in the letterbox? Just one thing. I think one thing might very well have left the studio that night, actually. A certain something that vanished from the scene of the crime. By which you mean something other than our witness? Of course. Oh, don't tell me. Vera Misham. Believe me, any comic relief I may provide is entirely unintentional. Then let's see what you've got for us, Mr. Justice. Well, this wasn't at the scene of the crime, so I can't show it to you. But I do have evidence that shows that it could have been taken from the scene. Huh? Jump! Your mission's contact with the outside world. The letterbox. This is the only link between the studio and the outside world. A letterbox? What did Mr. Brushel just tell us? When he entered the studio on the night of the murder, the victim had just finished writing a letter. Yeah, I said that, and yeah, it was true. Furthermore, you went on to tell us that he put the letter in the yellow envelope, a letter in the yellow envelope, and put it in the letterbox. Oh, that was very. Oh, my controller. Hold on. But the very same letterbox was empty. In other words, that night the yellow envelope disappeared. Objection! Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, it seems. Hold on. Options. Okay. It seems I might be a little late for the Stardew Valley collab because it started soon. So, I'm gonna go to another break, and then I know this is kind of an abrupt ending for the Phoenix Wright stuff. We're in the middle of a court, but we'll come back to this soon. Maybe I'll switch out Persona 3 for this case because I want to know more. Um, Maybe we'll switch that out, but for now, I think we're gonna take a quick fiver so I can transition into Stardew Valley. And I might just end the YouTube stream because I think because since the subject of the VOD will be Phoenix Wright, there probably shouldn't be the second half of the stream in there. So gonna take a quick fiver, and anyone on the YouTube side, good night, have fun, and bada boom.